And thank you so much for this honor, to all of you, to the teams, to the university, and also to the human beings who have given birth to all the LGBTQIA+ children. So when we speak of art, an art of birthing, an art of two people coming together, make love and give birth to someone so different and unique, it then becomes your responsibility to love your children. So when people hear the words LGBTQIA+, there is fear, there is anger, there is hate, where people project their own religious beliefs and project them to poor young people who've got no business to do with your hate. The classrooms, universities have displaced LGBTQIA people. The spaces in which we occupy, where we're supposed to collaborate, because everybody now is talking about art and sciences, and they wonder how do you connect the two without any allergies, you know? People fear us. People speak of social ills about us. People are being displaced because of some laws that are put in place that are meant to build, but they end up disorganizing, destabilizing the queer and trans peace. I'm not here to theorize my life and the lives of those who are living in your margins. I'm here to speak as an insider whose aim is to share first-hand knowledge that is the same like any other human being who is an expert in their own field. To say to all of you, to all of us, as human beings first before any accolades, to say, hear us, respect us, recognize us. As I personally believe that every department, every academic closet, there is one of us. Sadly, there are many who'll go on retirement, suffocating in those closets and leaving, you know, those departments with that fear of coming out because their heterosexual colleagues won't accept them. I think it's about time that departments, you know, apply basic art theories and turn them into practice. That recognition matter, because every healthy queer body in spaces is able to discard knowledge, you know, lovingly, holistically, without fearing any displacement within those spaces in which they qualify to share information with our children. Children as in like our learners, we regard them as our children. They spend a lot of time with professors at different spaces, and they rely on you to share information with them. But if the professor or the person who is in academic, you know, or who holds academic power thinks differently about that learner or that student in your departments or in your area, it then, you know, it destabilizes those people's academic records because there's no space for them to express themselves, you know, clearly or easily. So last night somebody asked me, what's the connection between art and science? And my simple one is, artists are queer and trans. Scientists are so queer and trans. The knowledge that they share even is so queer and trans. Then it becomes a problem if there's transphobia and queerphobia and lesbophobia and racism of all things. I think we should worry ourselves if such happens, because I don't think that's how things should be. So with all the sciences, with all the arts themes that are connected to academia, that are connected to all that is meant to be, we should question. as we speak of the arts and sciences now, who were there before us? We need to go back into those closets and check or dig deeper into our archives and bring forth the voices that have spoken before us, because we are this newer generation, but there are many who have shared information as respondents to your academic knowledges, but who never get to be recognized simply because of their queerness, simply because of their race, simply because of their difference. So one of the scholars or one of the speakers before me kept on speaking on a collectivity or collectivism. And somebody spoke on collaborations, and I don't hear much how these could connect without respect. I think we have to go back to our own respective corners and figure out a plan on how do we collaborate if we cannot respect each other. How do we collaborate if we undo plagiarizing other people's knowledges and do not cite them where they need that recognition the most? So tonight, with all due respect, I would say I'm more than willing to collaborate with human beings before their race, before their gender expression, before their religious beliefs, because all of this goes back to where we come from, you know, how we socialized, how we brought up as human beings before any negative projections on what people don't know really, but assume that they think it's what it is. So respecting all of you in this house, I'd like to urge all the parents and everybody in the room, because I believe that everyone here knows one, at least one LGBTQIA+. And I'm just shortening this because I guess by now, as learned colleagues, we know that L is for lesbians, G is for gay, B is for bisexual, Q, queer, T, trans, and I, intersex, which will be simplified by experts in gender studies, which will be simplified by colleagues in feminist studies, which will be simplified by those who make policies to ensure that these individuals like me are safe in their corners, because it is through these policymakers that tend also to bring forth these projections just to, you know, destabilize in a way. So I guess that it's about time that we speak as human beings and defend human rights because we're human beings, and defend human rights because we are parents, and defend human rights because we are sisters and brothers and uncles, and also we never know what the future of your grandchildren will look like. And it is through you, as scholars, who could bring forth that change. With that said, there are possible deep connect and collaborations that could exist if we could further listen in order to respect, in order to recognize difference. And to all the teams that have invited me, I humbly express my gratitude and hoping that with the information that I possess and that I'm given by my ancestors, by the Spirit, I'll be able to share with you accordingly, and respecting all that you have to share through theories, etc. Gabonga, merci beaucoup.